In this video, I'm going to talk about definition for the nanotechnology and the classification of nanomaterials. I'm going to give you a very brief explanation on these topics. Let's get started. So, what is nanotechnology? There are several definitions on nanotechnology, but I think this is a complete definition. Study of materials and systems whose structures and components exhibit novel and significantly improved physical, chemical, and biological properties, phenomena, and processes due to their nanoscale size is called as nanotechnology. So, nanoscale size is in between 1 to 100 nanometers. And what is a nanomaterial? So you all know there are three dimensions, right? X, Y, and Z. So to be a nanomaterial or to be called as a nanomaterial, one of these three dimensions should be in a nanoscale, should be in the nanoscale, or one of these three dimensions should be in between 1 to 100 nanometers. Okay. Then the classification of nanomaterials. First one is 0-dimensional, 0D, 1-dimensional, 1D, 2-dimensional, 2D, 3-dimensional, 3D. Again, there are three dimensions: X, Y, Z, right? So, among three dimensions, if 0 dimensions or if no dimensions are on macro scale, and if all these three dimensions are on nanoscale, we call it 0-dimensional or 0D. Then the next one, 1-dimensional, 1D. If only one dimension is on macro scale and the other two dimensions are on nanoscale, we call it as 1-dimensional or 1D. Here also 2-dimensional, 2D. If two dimensions are on macro scale and other one dimension is on nanoscale, we call it as 2D. Last one, 3-dimensional, 3D. If all these three dimensions are on macro scale and 0 or no dimensions are on nanoscale, we call it as 3-dimensional or 3D. Macro scale is the scale which beyond the nanoscale. Okay, so the classifications are based on those two scales, macro scale and nanoscale. Okay, so 0-dimensional or 0D. All dimensions X, Y, Z are at nanoscale, 1 to 100 nanometers. No dimensions are at macro scale. Example, gold nanoparticles. This is gold nanoparticles. 1-dimensional, 1D. Two dimensions are at nanoscale 1 to 100 nanometers and other dimension is at macro scale. Examples for 1D, 1D nanomaterials are nanowires, nanorods, nanotubes. So this is silver nanowires. Two-dimensional 2D. One dimension is at nanoscale 1 to 100 nanometers. Other two dimensions are at macro scale. Exhibits plate-like shapes. Examples: nanofilms, nanolayers, nanocoatings. Three-dimensional 3D. All dimensions are in macro scale. No bulk dimension at nanoscale, also known as bulk nanomaterials. Examples: bundles of nanowires, multi-nano layers. So this is the end of the video. Thank you.
Hit a like if learn anything from our video lesson. Comment your ideas below comment box. Share the video with your friends if feel this video would help them to improve their knowledge. And please subscribe, Educate Today, YouTube channel to see more educational contents like this. Thank you for watching.